No matter who, no matter how holy sometimes I look, I have my dark moments of the past. And I made mistakes in the past. You need to clean that. You need to clean your past. Because if there's any type of debris, any type of weight still lingering inside of our own life, you cannot move on in a clear and clean way. So ultimately, the way to self-mastery, the self-assessment, the self-observation, with what aim? To clean yourself from the roles that you started creating in this lifetime. To clean yourself from the identity you started investing so much effort and energy in order to maintain it. And all of this taken together, meaning in a way also, in the moment you understand what is your source and what is your essence, the view on this world becomes different. The way of how you live your life, the way how you interact with people in this lifetime starts to tremendously change in the moment where you are starting to understand that we all play a role. And it's time for some people that they don't want to play the role anymore, because the role is always limiting you to something that you in essence are not. That's why the role, keeping up the identity, keeping up the personality, this persona at some point becomes unbearable because it is pressurizing you. And that is the sign for me, somebody's telling you, this role that you're playing, it's becoming too small for what you really are. The idea is, when right now the only thing you are doing the whole day long is sleeping, eating, sitting in the office, coming home. Without knowing you, I can tell your body is unhappy. Your body is unhappy, and together with the fact of your body is not being used properly, you don't have a good connection to your body. You don't have a good connection to your body. You don't know what the signals of the body are. You can't communicate with the body. You're missing out on very, very subtle signs. Signs of, does your body feel well? What does your body need? Are you overstressing the body? Do you need more rest? Is it time to regenerate? Is your diet right? Is your diet wrong? All of these things, healthy body carries the possibility for healthy mind. This is why the emphasis of very basic breathing techniques, standing practice, mobility practice, just warming up, joint exercises, that is just to get some awareness back into the body. In, out. So at some point, the breath and the body start to move in harmony. So, and this is where in the field of martial arts, we talk about that now when this type of connection starts to happen, energy, breath, and body start to work now together. Whatever your body is doing, it's not doing it superficially. It's doing it also filled up with the proper energy. So now, the helpful aspect about the breath is also that we are able to actually connect our mind to the breath. So which ultimately meaning where the breath is, there your mind is. Where you place the mind, where you place the attention, this is where the energy goes. I place my attention somewhere else, my energy goes somewhere else. And this is the reason why when I sit here, when I'm physically here, my energy is also here. Because if not, if you are physically sitting here, but your attention is somewhere else, it's a hollow shell. And it feels differently. And if I walk through the city, I know when I walk. When I talk, I know I talk. When I do a movement, I know I do the movement. When I work, I work. When I sleep, I sleep. When I eat, I eat. You do things in harmony. You do things as a one unit. You don't sit here and think about the holidays. Then you travel to the holidays, but you are thinking about work. This is the type of, you see, it's conflicting because you have too many misaligned areas of your life. So now, previously, I tried to explain a little bit this general idea of the approach. Simplify your life. Yeah. So the more separated you see things in your life, the more complicated it is to manage all of it. And it can be expressed and really trained and felt just by like this inhale, exhale. At some point, it even becomes that you really feel that the mind also actually starts to arrive in the present moment. Meaning, why is it so important? Because a lot of stress is also related to the fact of you are sitting here, but the mind is dwelling about something from the past. Or your body is here, but the mind is jumping into the worries of the future. So already a big part of de-stressing yourself is remain more in the present moment. This is already one way to integrate. Second thing is, let's assume you don't do these movements. Nevertheless, it is a practice to always observe yourself and catch yourself directly. When the mind is starting to create his next illusion in order to make you suffer. Whether you walk in London streets and then start to dwell about something, but ask yourself why. Does it change anything for you to now dwell on something that already happened? Do you have an influence on that or not? So the regulation of thoughts is a very important aspect along this line. There are people who have a lot of impact, regardless of what type of thought. It really is a lot, but they in a way still can maintain, but it's the pressure. They're still maintaining and functioning with the pressure on them. This is one type of person. But there are also other people who break with the first challenge, who don't have any type of resilience at all. So first of all, the question is, what type of being are you? When I think about myself, I have very stressful days, and based on my education and on my training, I'm simply able to endure for a long time and remaining inside being pressurized. My problem is that at some point, even me, I need a valve. But I'm able to let things build up. So it has positive things, it also has negative things. But in general, living this life is not easy. So it starts with that fact. It's not that you're getting born and now can expect that everything is going to bow to you and give you a beautiful life. No, in a way, at least this is my observation, at some point, sometimes you also have to express the willingness to sacrifice something about you to get what you want. Now, everybody wants something. But the question is if you are actually also willing to sacrifice what is needed to get what you want. And in the same way, it goes now with the ability of taking the workload, taking the pressure, taking the critics, taking the conflicts. So somewhere along the line, the ability to regulate yourself in a world that tries to bend you. This is what it is. It will never happen that you walk through this lifetime and everybody's gonna bow to you. It's not gonna happen. No matter how good you think you live your life, what you have brought to the world, there will always be something or someone. There will be a natural force that is always testing you. If you are able to remain straight, to really practice, even if you feel like, okay, this is now really, really unfair. Yeah, internally you feel, I actually don't deserve this conversation right now. Yeah. And you still receive it all. But this is exactly it. What would the majority of the people nowadays do? It feels unfair. get angry, and boom, express the same way. You have seen it. Everybody has done it. It is never the solution. It never was. It never will be. So what is the way? There were struggles our parents had to deal with. Some struggles they started transcending and overcome them. Other struggles they kept and were not able to overcome them. What our parents couldn't solve is your problem now. What my parents couldn't solve, it's someone from our family who needs to solve it. And when I now know, my next generation is already walking on this earth. The more I can solve, when I know what are my problems in this world, I don't do it for me. I do it for my next generation, because I know what I will not solve in this lifetime, he will have to do it.
Yeah.
What's life's purpose? Pass on your best version to the next.